and welcome to my midday Creating with Colleen YouTube Live. My name is Colleen Magnus, and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! On the East Coast of Virginia, and today is May 28th. So as you know, I did go to summer hours. Normally I come to you live every Wednesday, and I plan on doing that again in the fall. But with the grandkids, the sporting events, just needing a little bit of time for myself and my husband, I will be coming to you the second and fourth Wednesday at noon Eastern time every month. But when I come, I promise we're going to have a good time, and I may teach you what to do, I may teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something. So today we are going to make cards with strips of designer series paper. I have two different ways. They're similar but different. You gotta love that. So I'll be creating two cards for you, but I know whether you're a scrapbooker, whether you're a card maker, typically you end up with these 1-inch strips. Say if you're scrapbooking and you have a piece of designer paper. So you've got your 12 by 12 background, you cut your designer paper to 11 by 11, you have this beautiful 1 by 12 inch strip. What are you gonna do with it? Well, we're gonna make cards with it today. So I also have some great news to share with you. Stampin' Up! Is having a virtual scrapbooking retreat, and it is awesome. You'll make 24 pages, a 2-page spread for each month of the year. I'm going to tell you about that at the end, and also how you can save up to $75 on it too. So without further ado, let me go ahead and boot us up here. And I keep hoping that y'all won't forget that I am still here the 2nd and the 4th. But the good thing is it's always recorded on YouTube so that you can come back. Yeah, let me get up here. You can come back and watch it at your own convenience. Although I love to have you in the stamp room. I always love to have you live. So there I am. So let me click on this, and then I can see you as you come on, and I can answer any comments. Please, any comments that you have, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching later, please let me know. My door is always open to you, and my goal is always to help you create. That's first and foremost. All right, so I'm going to turn this around. Hold on. And I'll put my stand down. Oops, I was supposed to do that too. There we go. All right, so let me get us on up in here. There we go. All right, Evelyn, how are you, my dear, from Germany? Evelyn, I have really been thinking about you lately, and I hope you are doing well. I really, really do. I love that through our Zooms, and we are going to Zoom one day, you know. I have to meet you face to face. But through technology, even as challenging as it can be for me, I do love it, because no matter where you are at in the United States, you can be live with me on my YouTube Live, or we can Zoom together. And that's what I do a lot with my team. So no matter where they are in the United States, we can still be face to face and stamp. Hey, Barb, how are you doing? Okay, so let me show you. One of the things I do with my team is the third Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, we get together on a Zoom. We do a mystery stamping. So what I do is I give them the document on our private Facebook group ahead of time, and it has all the measurements. So they pick their own cardstock, their own designer paper, they have it all cut, and then we come together and create. And then if they post their creations on our Facebook page, they get extra door prize tickets at the meeting, but it's just a lot of fun. It's a casual atmosphere to spend time with each other and get to know each other better and to create. So these two cards here, I typically go through whatever I have in the past. And I love the layout of these two cards. So these cardstocks on here are retired, but I'm going to show you how to create these two cards. Now, both of them use 1-inch strips of designer series paper. Some are a little longer than the other, because this one here has that 4 by 5 1/4 inch backing that I'm putting it on. And so you have this in the center. This one here does not. This one, I'm going straight onto the cardstock. So I'm going to give you the measurements and everything, and we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first card that I'm going to create, I'm doing it with the backing. So the designer paper I'm using, this is an online exclusive, and it really is part of an entire suite. But today I am focusing on the paper. So this is all I have of this one piece. You can tell I really love this piece a lot. That's your front. That's your back. Um, I used it for one of my stamp clubs. So we used up all of that. But that's the first sheet. And this here, again, it's Floral Impressions Designer Series paper, number 165617. So you have these beautiful daisies on the front. These are Colleen colors, by the way. And then I love that the back is very neutral, but still gorgeous in color. Those, that there. So this way it's not just so specific. You could use it as a floral paper, or you could even use something like this as masculine, or really any occasion. But the colors are gorgeous. Fresh freesia, love that. And then that there. So that is the designer paper that I'm using. And for both cards, I am going to be using the Notes and Totes stamp set. So I know probably to make life easier, I should probably create with the bundle that follows the suite that, you know, does all of that. But sometimes I just want to do my own thing. I'm sure y'all are the same way. So I'm kind of combining these things. So again, I'm using the Floral Impressions online exclusive designer paper. For both cards, I'm going to be using the Notes and Totes, and this is a lot of fun. This is in the annual catalog, and it has that beautiful beach basket with the dies and fun theme, especially if you live here on the East Coast in Virginia. And then I'll introduce the other designer paper when I'm using that. So hey, Lynn and Barb, I'm glad y'all are here today. Hope everybody's enjoying their rainy day inside. Sadly, I do have to do some running today and tonight, but as long as the rain stays light, I'm okay with that. So for the first card, you're going to need a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of fresh freesia scored at 4 1/4. You are going to use the 5 1/4 by 4 Misty Moonlight, and I really do love how these two colors go together. For the inside, you need a piece of 5 1/4. Oh, let's put it so you can see it. 5 1/4 by 4. Then you're going to need a 2 7/8 by 1 5/8. I'm working with eighths, y'all. If you've gone with me before, you know you can do it. And then you are going to have 2 pieces of the 1 inch by 2 3/4 Floral Impressions, and then 2 pieces of the same Floral Impressions by 1 4 inch. So take a screenshot and we will start creating. All right, let me pick my pieces up. Put them all over here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take this piece of fresh freesia. We are going to, it's already scored. I'm going to fold it in half, although I do still like to make sure my corners match up well. And then just take your bone folder and crease that edge really well. Okay. Now the piece we're working off of is this 5 1/4 by 4 Misty Moonlight. That is my background piece right there. So what you'll do is you will take, and you can do this either like these two corners, it's fine. But basically you take your 2 longer pieces and they are going to go this way and this way. See how I have opposite corners? And then you're going to take these 2 pieces and they will go up this way and this way. And that's how you make this framed designer series paper card. So again, this one, we are making it so that it is on the mat. So your pieces are smaller. They'll be longer on our next one. Now, when I do this, I would typically use liquid glue, because y'all know I like to slide things around, but since I have to really make everything fit well, I am going to use my adhesive, but y'all know I'm not going to push it down till it's exactly where I want it, so it'll be easier to pick up if I have to. So basically I'm working like an 1/8. So if I have an 1/8 of an inch there, but I know a true stamper never really throws out all their scraps, so I think this is a great card to create. And I'll put that one there. Then I can put this one right there. And the biggest thing is to make sure, you know, the bottom like the sides here and the bottoms there want to match up well. And then this piece here. And it's really, I think it's a pretty good card. I love it. And this one I am just going to put going this way because it's easier for me to see. All right. So, of course, typical Colleen fashion. Let me move this down just a little bit. Right there. Okay. This one here. See, and that's why I wouldn't use liquid glue, because I couldn't be this picky if I did. Okay. I think that's going to be good enough. No, it's not. I don't like that gap there. Okay. Y'all know, well, I was going to say, y'all know you do this, but I don't think you do. All right. So I have my piece here. So now that I have this, this, of course, can go on my folded piece. As such. So I have this. And then I'm just going to stamp my center here. So I will take my little foam mat. Y'all know you can just get these at Wally World or any place. It's really just a piece of foam that it's in stamp on, because when you're using your photopolymer, you want just a little bit of a backing underneath there. Hey, Renee, I'm glad you are here. Hello, hello. I hope you are doing well. I've missed seeing you. Hope you're doing good. So here I'm doing my sending warm wishes. And I think that's straight. So we've got sending warm wishes. And I am going to put this in the center. So my other one is going to have a backing on it. This one doesn't need it because you can see the misty moonlight in between. Oh, it's 55 degrees and rainy here today. Yeah, I don't know how cool it is. It's definitely cooler. Rainy too. I think all week it's supposed to be rainy. But, you know, we need it. You got to pay for those pretty days in some way. So here I've got sending warm wishes, and I'm going to embellish that in a minute. And then I'm going to show you some stamping on the inside where I'm going to use my markers. So with this here, on the designer paper, the floral impressions, you have those pieces that you can cut out and embellish with. If I had the stamp set, I could also use that if I wanted to. But here I could add, let me see, if I add like maybe 2 of those. I like that. And I think I'm going to add them with this one I might put down, but definitely this one I want to pop up. So let me do that. Let me just put a little bit of adhesive. I like the dimension that would give. And again, not pushing down till it's where I want it. And let me see. Put this one like so. And then I had this little bitty one I thought would be pretty up here. So again, I'll put it with the dimensional. And I just cut these with our paper snip scissors. Amazing scissors, by the way. So if I put that there. And then if I wanted to, some of the greenery, I could actually, ooh, I think I do like that. Put behind it. I had some smaller ones. Not exactly the same leaf, but I do like the green in there. So I will do that. Put a little bit of this in this space. If I can get off my finger. All right, hold on. Oh, a little sticky. Gotta love it. All right. So I've got that there. And then for this one, just a little bit of adhesive on the back, and I can slide it up in there. And I do like the way that kind of brings your eye up. But all kinds of flowers you can cut and use for your embellishments. Hey, Marva, welcome, welcome. You're making 2 cards today. I figure since I'm only coming twice a month, we could do twice the work when I come. Here I'm going to take, that is kind of dark, so I really want to put a embellishment there. The rhinestones, the rhinestones always are, your go-to when you're not sure what else to put. And say I don't know if I want one on the top, but let's be consistent and work in threes. Here we go. Okay, so that is the front of our card. Very simple, very easy, using those designer paper strips. And Stampin' Up! Always has the most gorgeous paper, so they're going to do a great job with it. But now stamping the inside. I did want something on the inside, so I wanted to show you a different way to ink your stamps. So this is my 5 1/4 by 4 basic white. And if you take the stamps and our markers, so these are not blends. Blends is an alcohol ink. And with alcohol ink, it dries quickly. You always want to keep your tops on there. Don't leave them out. And they're great for blending. But these are Many Marvelous markers. And they come in the color groups, Plusian colors. And you have a thin point on one side for journaling or fine work. And then you have this, on the thick line, you have this gorgeous brush end. And this is what you want to use, but when you're doing this, you definitely want to use the side of it. Don't break down your tips. And I like this too because it kind of gives it not a totally solid look when you're using it like with your ink pads. Ink pads, you're definitely going to get a nice solid even across. This, I think you're going to get the color. But maybe if it puddles up a little bit somewhere, you might get a little bit of a different look. But I'm using this, and I'm just going over the flowers with the Misty Moonlight. This is how, if you want to ink your stamps and omit something, say there were some words on here and I didn't want them, I could do like this. I'm going to show you another trick on the next card and how to manipulate your stamp. But here I'm just kind of going around like such. So I'm doing my blue first. And I'm not too worried about this drying on my stamp because it's a classic ink. So that means that it's water-based, and it's actually going to, when I huff it, I don't breathe on it, I huff on it when it's done. If any of it has dried, it kind of brings it back to life because that moisture of your breath will do that. So just hit these leaves, coming around the bend here. I just think it's the best way to add some color because I don't want blue leaves and I don't want green flowers. Alrighty. Boop, boop, boop. I think I have them. Okay, and if I don't, that's okay too, but let me check. So here I'll just, can you see how that is inked? And then I'll just, again, moisten it with my breath. I think I want to go this way. And so I have that there. Now, 2 of these flowers really didn't, the ink didn't come off because it was off the grid. So I can even put one there just to kind of fill the gap in. And one there. And that makes a real pretty floral pattern down at the bottom. So I can put it in my card as such, or I can actually put it at the top and put another flower down here because it has another cute, cute flower that is in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So here I will take my blue. This one's easy. And I'll just go for my flower petals, like so. I will take my, that was Misty Moonlight. I will take my Old Olive, like that. And then, of course, that little piece of flower in the middle, let's come in here with a Daffodil Delight. And when I do that, I did it earlier. If you get a little blue ink on it, rub it off like this. Don't, gosh, please never do that to your tips. You want them to stay nice and sharp, but sometimes you do hit a little blue. So just make sure that's off so the next time you use your yellow, you don't end up with green. A new shade of green, of course. I'm gonna huff that, put it down, and then I have that really cute flower there. So now that that is done, I'm going to put this in the center of my card. And I have the first of 2 cards done. So that shows you a different way to re-ink. So let me check my comments and see who has come in. Thank you, thank you. You know, I would love to take credit for the card, but I really think Stampin' Up! Does so much of the work with the papers and the colors that they use. Yes, I do too love the Stampin' Right markers for stamping. They come in so handy. Be good to know. Good to know. She said that you can refill the markers with ink refill for the ink from the ink pads. And I have seen that. I think they take like a tweezers and pull the thick end out and put them back in here. But I'll be honest with you, as crazy as this sounds, I don't think I've ever had them run out. Not on the broad end. Now, when we had the other markers that were more of like a real fine ballpoint tip, that did, but it lasts a long time. I think you got to use your markers a lot for that to happen. So what stamp set am I using? Renee, I am actually using the Notes and Totes stamp set. So this one, the Notes and Totes, can be found on page 81 of the annual catalog. And I love it. And what I love it for, I mean, the sayings are great, but at the same time, if you use the dies, you make this gorgeous tote, this gorgeous tote to take to the beach. It has the scarf, it has shells, it has heart sunglasses, page 81, y'all. Wonderful, wonderful bundle to have. So, okay, so you said just dip it in the tip. Don't pull that tip out. Oh, okay, because I have seen both. Okay, good to know. Thank you so much for your tips. I love that we can be together and learn as we create. So this is the first card. So I'm going to set this one aside. And we are going to card number 2. Okay, so this card, that was this one, where we actually put our strips of designer paper on this backing piece. The next one we are going to do, let me come over here, is where we are going to put the strips of paper. They're a lot longer, but there's no backing. I actually have it to 1/8 of an inch of the actual card itself. So let me give you those measurements that I have. Get my stuff out of the way here. All right, that was all for that card. Pull this over. Okay. All righty. Sorry, just lots of pieces here, lots of moving parts. Okay, so for this card, I won't show you till it's done, but this was one of my favorites. And again, you could do it with any of the designer papers. Woo, excuse me, God bless me. Oh, that felt good, y'all. Okay, moving on. This is Blackberry Bliss. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is a gorgeous color. And then you have the 5 1/4 by 4 basic white. And this, the paper I'm using now, believe it or not, I only had 2 sheets. We had a bingo event, which was great. We gave away over $1,000 in prizes. It was a sold out event. We will do it again when the mini catalog comes out in the fall, late summer, I should say. And we always have the water bottles and we wrap them with designer paper. We make it really festive. Oh, thank you. And basically we had 2 sheets each left over. So I pulled these 2 sheets. So this is called Celebratory Sips. And this is a suite that is online. That is a lot of fun. I have ordered this and my order should be in Friday. But again, all I needed was these 2 sheets of designer paper to create my card. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so 5 1/4 by 4 basic white. I do need 2 strips of the Celebratory Sips, but these are 1 by 4 1/4 instead of 1 by 4. Then I need 2 more pieces that are 1 by 3 inches. Then I need a 3 1/8 by 1 7/8 inch old olive and a 3 by 1 3/4 piece of white. So let's get going. So on this, as I said, I really am going to use this to put my designer paper right on there. So I'll just fold it in half where my score lines are. Always make sure it's even, because just because you scored it, that isn't a guarantee, y'all, as you could see. So I have this piece here. Now I'm going to take my pieces, and just like before, except that was on the mat, I'm going to put these actually on the cardstock, but with that 1/8 of an inch. But don't push down. You may be indecisive like I am. You want to change it. So if I put this here, all right, let's just kind of do that. This one down here. So I got to tell you, I was running late this morning. Danny and I are trying to finish up some projects with my time off. And we actually had concrete poured by the garage, and now we're trying to figure out the spacing of the can lights he's putting in. And of course, being a drafter, I have a certain way I want them. And he thinks you should make it even across with the ceiling. I think you should kind of center them up with the windows. So I was in all my glory with my ruler and my tape measure, figuring everything out. And I can't honestly say we've come to a decision yet, but the conversation has started. That's good. One more thing off the to-do list. Okay. And then to me, it's just easier to kind of put this way when I go look at it. So with that there, I'm thinking that looks pretty good, except I do want to move this one down just a little bit. Y'all know I had to. Alrighty, if I go like right there and there. Yeah. Because just to make sure that is going to go in the inside like that. So when you have them where you want them, put them down. I'll move it on there. So now I have my background there. So for this piece, I'm going to show you how to stamp and manipulate your stamps in a different way. Now I could, what I wanted to use was the saying, let me get it right here. I love the saying, relax and enjoy with this paper, but it was too long. I mean, it would kind of go off the edges with this piece here, which would not be acceptable. So what I'm going to do, I could take my markers, but I wanted to show you a different way to do this. And it's tricky because, again, I'll teach you what to do or what not to do. I have done it, imagine that, I have done it wrong before. Imagine that. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my ink pad, because what happens if you don't have the markers? We have to find another way. My mama always says, necessity is the mother of invention. I never knew what that meant for years, and then finally it clicked. But I'm going to take the Blackberry Bliss ink pad, and what I'm wanting to do is I want to break this stamp up. So I want to say relax and then underneath it, I want to say enjoy. So the way I'm going to do it with this is I'm going to take a piece of Scotch tape, just clear tape, and I am going to cover the word relax. Right, gotta go right there because it is close. Okay, so I have gone. See here, I've covered, I don't know if you can see that. And actually, I haven't covered it. I've almost covered it. Let me get this relax and enjoy right there. So I've covered the word relax with a piece of cello tape. And so all I'm going to have is, no, let me do it this way. I need to cover enjoy. It helps to look at it the right way. So I'm just covering up the word enjoy. Now the trick here, y'all, is that you want to remove the tape before you stamp. Ask me if that's experience talking. You can actually stamp this and have relax and blob. You don't want the blob, trust me. But if it happens, don't beat yourself up. It happens to the best of us. So here, I will ink this. And I've got relax and right there. And then I'm going to take the tape off where the enjoy was, because there's nothing there. So here I can say relax and that's all I have. So now you want to take it and you want to clean your stamp really well, because you want to get that relax and off. And I know it looks horrible, but I love our chamois I've never replaced it because it's never needed it. I just wet it, rinse it out, and stamp again, but it just pulls all that ink out of there. So now I'm going to do just the opposite. I'm going to take my tape because I want the word enjoy. So I'll come over here. Okay. I actually put the tape over the relax and I just want the word enjoy. Make sure you take your tape off. And have like a piece of paper or something there kind of to stick it as. And so here I will just say enjoy. So now I have the words relax and enjoy, and it's not just straight across. So that's also how you can omit different things out of your stamps. Then for this, I will go ahead, I can use my liquid glue. I'll put this on here. Has anybody used the tape trick before? The cellophane tape trick? Sometimes I think too, I know when you use your markers on your red rubber stamps, I think it works great. Sometimes on photopolymer, it's not quite as clear. Just depends, although it did work on the other card. So now I have relax and enjoy, and I'm just going to put this in here. And if you wanted to, if you didn't want to make this piece of old olive a little bit bigger, keep in mind you can make your white piece 3 1/8 by 1 7/8 and dip that into the edges of your ink pad. And that would give you a nice line, but I really wanted just a nice 1/8 inch all the way around there. Oh, good. Barb said it's the first time she's seen it. It'll save you on a lot, Barb. I mean, it really will. I always try to teach you something in my videos. So here I have relax and enjoy. Now, I didn't have the stamp set that coordinates with this, so again, what you're going to do? You're going to go to your designer paper. So Evelyn said that she's known the trick for a long time, but you never think of using it. Well, I get that. And that's why, you know, I have been stamping for over 23 years. And, you know, there's so much to learn. God knows I still haven't learned it all. But at the same time, there's so much to go back and revisit. It's just crazy. All the techniques you can do, the tricks you can do. I think that's why I love it so much. It never grows old. You know, just about the time you think you've learned it all, you've seen something else, or you go back and visit something. We used to do a lot of 3D items. Boxes and treats and all that kind of stuff back in the day. Don't do as much. Do more, you know, focusing on the scrapbooking and the card making now. But you still need some fun treats every now and then, and I have them. You know, I really need to watch more videos on what I do, but at the same time, I know I can go to my attic or I can go to my closet and come up with something that I had, just like these cards. I had these cards from before, and I was like, oh my goodness, I so want to show those. All right, so I didn't have the stamp of a nice drink, but I have one right here. So, because you're going to enjoy and relax, and of course there's other ways to do that too. My favorite place to kick back and relax will always be Lake Gaston. And we will be this year. I'm so looking forward to it. Just something about being at the lake. Alrighty. So I'm just going to take my dimensionals. I use both mini and regular. I'm going to put this on here. Like that. And this is the new Timid Tiger. That's the new Timid Tiger in color. And it's beautiful. Goes really good with the paper pumpkin. With the pumpkin pie. And I'm loving it. So these are the new 2025-2027 in color flat pearls. Kind of put a little embellishment on here. And again, this is where I like stamping with my team on Zoom, because y'all know when it comes to putting embellishments on, I could be here for 20 minutes. And by all of us working together, it did not take nearly as long. They talked me right through it. So I'll take a large one, put that here. Love our different sizes. I'll do a medium there. and a medium here. My dear friend Joyce Godbold told me that. I was like, I don't know where to put the other one. She said, put them together. And I was like, huh, I like that. Okay, so that is the front. And then, of course, on the inside, going back to our Notes and Totes stamp set, I'm just going to take this basic white, put it right there. I am going to take the Blackberry Bliss. And again, y'all know I really like to put, you know, if I stamp lightly, you can do it. But I like to put a small stamp on a larger block so I can see exactly where I'm doing it. Yeah, that's actually straight. Miracle. And then it has this cute little sun in there that I wanted to use. And I'm going to use the new Darling Duckling ink for that, for my son. So right here. And there you have it. Take this. Put it on the inside. And then there you have the second card that says, relax and enjoy. You have earned it. So I think we could give that to our teachers. School's getting ready to get out here in Virginia. Actually, the other kids got out of preschool last week. My grandchildren did. But my older grandchildren, they will get out, oh my goodness, probably in about 2-3 weeks. So there's the two cards. I hope you liked them. Thank you, Marva. But let me tell you about the specials we have going on. First of all, y'all know, anybody who places a minimum $40 order, you receive a class. It's a free class. It's 8 projects. And you actually, with the 8 projects, you get the directions, pictures, instructions, supplies that we used. And that's simply for placing a minimum $40 order with my creatingwithcolleen.com blog. You can go there and select shop now. The other way you can get it is you can just purchase it for $10.95, or everybody who's on my team gets it free as being a part of my Stampin' family. So that's the Creativity Files. Now, Stampin' Up! Does have a virtual album retreat coming up. And it's the first of its kind, but any other scrapbooking companies have been doing them, and I'm really, really excited about it. So basically, it's a virtual album where you're going to make, oh my goodness, 24 12 by 12 pages, because it's 12 2-page spreads, one for each of the months of the year. So you can get this kit, create all your pages, and then once a month, just print your pictures, and by the end of the year, you'll have a whole year's worth of scrapbooking done. So the way they're going to do it is you will purchase the virtual retreat that they have. You will purchase this, and when you do, then on July 16th through the 18th from 2 to 10:30 p.m. on their Facebook page, they will be virtually making these scrapbook pages with you. They'll also have some fun giveaways, and then as soon as the event is over, it will be recorded. So if you can't make it during these dates, you have your kit and you can go back and watch it to create. So there is no registration. When you purchase your kit, you are automatically going to receive a link from a Facebook link in early July. So you will get that. But again, it's the pages, it's has all kinds of, comes with page protectors, no album, but you have your page protectors, 4 stamp sets, flip flaps, embellishments, photo placeholders, and so much more. So the entire kit sells for $250. And I know that sounds a lot, but for what you're getting, it's a great deal. But I am going to tell you how you can really save on this kit here. So Stampin' Up! Right now has their starter kit on special. So when you select $165 in product, you're only going to pay $99, and that can be product from our last chance list, from online exclusive. It can also be from our annual catalog. $99, no shipping and handling fees, and you get a free paper pumpkin kit with it also. But now this is only good till the end of the month, and I think that is Saturday, y'all. So this is only good for the month of May. But if you do this, then when you purchase your virtual album, the album retreat, that $250, you're going to save 20% of that because as a part of Stampin' Up, you get discounts on everything you purchase. So now you just saved $50 because you're going to get save 20% of that. In addition to that, with Stampin' Up, with every minimum $20 order, you're now receiving 10% back in rewards. So then you are going to receive $25 back in rewards to help you towards another purchase. So you can take this kit from $250 and down to like $175. And again, for everything you're getting, I have seen it. I think it's a great deal. So I plan on purchasing it. I hope you will all join me. We can create virtually, and I think it would be a wonderful time. So you can join my team, you can shop, you can request my newsletter, all of that at creatingwithcolleen.com. So let me know if you have any questions. I will put all of this in an email that will be out. You can start purchasing the kit today. And that is just, it's great. Now, it's only available while supplies last, so don't spend too much time thinking about it. But I think it's going to be an awesome way to create, and I like the idea that I can finally have a scrapbook done in a year. So if you like what you saw today, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Just know that I appreciate you so much, and I will be back the second Wednesday of June. I have to admit, I've missed you all. On the Wednesdays, I'm not live. I really do miss seeing you, but I am using my time wisely with the grandkids and trying to get some projects done around the house. So, Evelyn, always a joy, my dear. You are certainly welcome. Everybody, yes, stay crafty, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for joining me, y'all. I appreciate your love and support. There we go. Got 2 cards. And I definitely would love to see what y'all create with your framed designer series paper strips. Take care and enjoy the day. Bye-bye.